right before the break, I was starting a list of 3 things that could land you on the no-fly list. And obviously, number 1, being disruptive or violent behavior on the airplane. That's a no-brainer.
That makes a lot of sense,
I mean,
of course.
you have to be a total schmuck on wheels, or in this case, a schmuck on wings, to act up and be a total douche on an airplane. I don't know what you're thinking. But the next one that could land you on the no-fly list is skiplagging. And this is more of an airline banning you. And an airline like Delta, United, Southwest, whatever, putting you on their, no-fly list. They can do that. They can refuse service. Skiplagging. Do you know what this is?
Now that you say it like that, I think I know what it is.
What do you think skiplagging is?
It's like if I'm trying to fly from Tampa to Charlotte.
Jess?
It might be cheaper to fly to New York with a stop in Charlotte.
Yep.
And then I don't get on the New York or the Charlotte to New York flight.
You get off in Charlotte.
You get off.
Exact. So if you're flying Tampa to New York and you get the best fare flying, let's say, American Airlines, Tampa to Charlotte, then Charlotte to New York City, LaGuardia, Kennedy, whatever, your destination, you don't want to go to New York. You want to go to Charlotte. Exactly. You get off in Charlotte. And it was cheaper to do the New York leg than just buying the Tampa to Charlotte. That's skiplagging, where you get off the airplane and you're gaming the system.
And they expect you to show up at the gate.
Yeah.
Because they know you've taken the first part of your flight.
You've tooken it?
Yeah, tooken.
You've taken.
Yeah.
It's not tooken.
You had it.
There's no word called
Doesn't
tooken.
matter. None of it matters.
All right.
Stop skiplagging my words.
So again, it's not a federal offense, but the airlines are cracking down on this, and they hate it. I wonder, just for the heck of it, I'm going to only give it a minute or so. I'm not going to delay because I have a lot of things to get to here. Have any of our listeners, skiplagged? And you might have not even known what the term was. Anyone listening right now, have you done this deal where you're trying to fly from point A to point B, and there was a stopover, but you got off at the stopover because that's where you really wanted to go, and you never got on the second leg of the flight? I have done that. I've done that.
When'd you do that?
I maybe 15 years ago, a long time ago. I did it once, and I never heard anything. I was never banned from the airline. I did it once. Anyone listening, have you skiplagged? That's what it's called. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Also, listen, we got a lot of airport folks, a lot of airline people listen to us. If you work for an airline here in the Tampa Bay area, or maybe you're listening online somewhere, what is your airline's policy? Or what happens when you catch somebody skiplagging? What is the internal chatter on this? So if look at the phones.
Yeah, I don't think Tampa's
phones are already ringing. All right, 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Have you done this? Have you been caught? Have you been warned? Are you an airport employee? 800-990-1047. I didn't think the phones were going to ring on this. I'm looking at a bunch of lines ringing right now.
Hell, if you did it 15 years ago, I'm sure a bunch of people have done it, even accidentally maybe.
800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Skiplagging is what it's called. It's not illegal. It's not a federal offense. There's nothing. TSA, nothing. FAA, the airline, they can enforce an internal policy and give you a hard time. And then also last year, no fly list for pets. Again, not a TSA deal, but passengers who've traveled with pets that claim that they're service animals. If they get caught faking it, they crack down on the whole emotional support deal. But you can have the airlines, which can kind of no-fly list you on their airline. Last year, a Newark airport passenger said that United Airlines stopped her at the gate. They then photographed her little dog and informed her that the four-legged traveler was not allowed to board on the airline for life because of the misbehaved dog. So, Mike, every line. Every single line on this. Let me grab Tony in Clearwater. Tony, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Hey.
I love your show.
Thank you.
So I work for a major airline, and normally at the gate, and we experience everything. We come across a lot of skip leg people. They're the last to board. There's no more overhead space. Then we have to check their carry-on suitcase. And then they inform us that they're not going to their final destination. Well, you know what? Your bag is going to the final destination. Otherwise, we have to reprice there at the gate.
Yeah, all right. So if you're skiplagging, so the little tip here is if you're skiplagging, you better carry on. Don't check your bag.
Yeah, that's the trick.
That's the trick. But eventually, we do find out, and we try to reprice at the gate.
Wow. Thank you. Tony, do you want to say what airline you work for?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's a major one.
That's fair enough, Tony.
You said a major one, right?
It's a major one.
Major one. And do you work at Tampa International?
Yes.
All right, Tony, have you ever seen me at the airport? Do I fly your airline?
Yes.
All right.
So wait a minute, Tony, you've seen me at the airport?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay.
I really haven't. No.
All right. Well,
But
Tony,
you do fly her airline.
if I do fly your airline, make sure you say hi to me next time if you see me, okay?
Will do.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Steve in Lutz. Steve, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, MJ. I absolutely have done this several times.
All right, so you're a skiplagger. So you're flying from point A to point B. You have a stopover. It was cheaper to do the one stop, and you get off at the first stop, not even intending to go to the final destination because that ticket was cheaper than flying the nonstop.
100%. The airline scored me one time, and I started doing that to get back.
Hold on, they scorned you?
Well, I paid for a seat. They bumped my flight when I was really trying to get home, and for a seat that I paid for, so I was bitter about that. So I was like, you know what? All right, I'll start doing that.
Well, and have you ever been caught, or have they ever warned you about skiplagging?
No, I didn't even know that they were up. That they looked into it. I would just look for. I used to live outside Washington D.C., a major hub.
Yep.
Flight from Cincinnati to D.C. was very expensive, so I would look for the most random flight that laid over in D.C.
Yep, there you go. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. All right, Carlo in Tampa. Carlo, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Hey, good morning, MJ.
Hey.
So my wife and I are flying to Jamaica in August, and we have a direct flight from Tampa to Jamaica, but in the way back, we have a flight from Jamaica to Orlando, Orlando to Wilmington, Delaware, and then to Tampa with a 6-hour flight delay.
And that was cheaper doing all that than flying directly back?
Yep.
So you're just going to get off. You're going to get off in Orlando, right?
Right, because then the flight directly from Jamaica to Orlando is like whatever, an hour or whatever it is, and then I have to wait 6 hours to fly back. So I'm just going to get up in Orlando, rent an Uber or rent a car and drive back to Tampa, and then go pick up my bags afterwards.
Wow. All right. So, wait a minute.
Hold
So
on.
your bags are going to travel all the way
To Delaware.
and then back to Tampa?
Yeah, that's the only way, because, I didn't know nothing about this. This is my first time hearing about this.
Wow.
So I didn't know what to do, so I was just going to let them travel.
All right. So wait a minute. So what about, was the price cheaper doing all the stops than doing the nonstop?
Well, it was. So, I
Yeah.
tried to go with the cheapest route.
Yeah.
But, direct flight going and, that delay coming back.
Wow. Thank you. Appreciate it, Carlo. Have a good one. All right. Last call on this.
That seems like a lot of
Yeah.
hassle, Carlo, to take an Uber 85 miles.
Well, listen, sometimes it's significantly cheaper to play this little game. Sandra in Lakeland. All right, one more call on this, and I got to move on. Hi, Sandra.
Hi. So I've done this accidentally. I didn't intend to, but there was a significant delay.
Hold on. Hold on. Your cell phone's a little mucky. All right, say it again.
So I've done it accidentally.
Yep.
I didn't intentionally do it, but
Yep.
there was a significant layover, and it was going to be faster for me to just call one of my family members to come pick me up at the layover.
But did anyone say anything, or nothing ever happened?
Nothing ever happened, probably because there was a 4-hour delay.
Gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate it, Sandra. But people have been doing the skiplagging thing and saving money, and the airlines are getting pissy about it. And they're actually telling people, don't do this again, or they're banning people from flying on the airline for gaming the system with the skiplagging.